It only took someone dying and being brought back to life in order for Steven to get back home.
Is that all?
Is that all? It's a small price to pay.
I have so many questions coming out of this episode, but the biggest is, if you put Lion and Lars in a room, and Lars went into Lion's mane, could he go out through his own hair?
It's a good question. I think the universe would just explode. And by that I mean Steven.
It would just turn into a portal glitch.
Yes, exactly. So this is Lars' head. That's an episode title. Lars is seemingly back from the dead, and is now kinda pink. This is an odd situation for various reasons. Eventually, Steven figures out that Lars' head, well, his hair, I guess, is a portal, and it takes Steven to the same dimension as Lion's mane does. He uses this to make his way back to Earth via Lion, and he's back home, but no one is around, so for now, get some water and food and take some juice and food back to Lars. Lars doesn't really seem to need it. Steven reveals that they can get back to Earth, but it becomes apparent that Lars can't follow him, so he has to stay. The off-color gems decide to stay as well in order to help Lars, and Lars hugs Steven as Steven heads back to see his family. And that's the episode. That's what happened.
That sounds like such a short summary for so much happening. Not quite as much as the previous episode where everything happened.
Yeah.
Okay, it's your turn this episode. Your turn to rant at length about the off-colors. Go.
Okay. Honestly, most of mine is specifically for one, but first of all, Fluorite, I love just her very slow way of talking. It's like, it's kind of really interesting. Like, think about the effects of having being a fusion of 6 gems there's a lot of interesting stuff to come from that. I'm not sure what it reminds me of. It kind of makes me think of like an old ancient type in like a fantasy series or whatnot.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's just because, it's kind of like there's 6 minds in there for every thought to go through before they finalize it.
Possibly. She also brought up an interesting theory that I'm not sure is true, but almost kind of makes sense, that the off-colors designs might be loosely based off of characters from Alice in Wonderland.
Huh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like, that does make sense in a way.
You could sort of link Rudolite to Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah.
Not so sure. Well, maybe. Not totally sure about Rhodonite.
Like, I just saw that once. I just thought it was interesting. And, Rotal, I believe it is played by the 2010's answer to Tara Strong, Ashley Birch. Who you know in everything ever nowadays.
Yep. It's amazing it's taken her this long.
Yeah, kind of. Though I mostly know her from this weird web series known as Hey Ash, What You Playing? Which you should watch sometime because it's pretty funny and weird.
Oh, I think I've seen, short episodes.
Honestly, don't have much to say about, Rhodonite?
Rhodonite, I love her. I love all of them, but...
I think it's just the fact that, I found her voice a little bit annoying for my taste, which is both expected and unexpected in the series. I guess it depends on how she'll be in the future episodes, because I feel like a lot of the characters in the series, especially early on, have kind of vaguely, intentionally annoying voices, and they just kind of go from there to become not annoying voices. And that's always what I've always felt. Or just odd voices.
I really liked Rhodonite's voice.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe that's just me.
me.
I think maybe just her yelling a lot, I don't know. But though I did really like the line where it's like, I did like how her just confusion about things. They're fusing, right? That amused me. But Paparazza is, and I know I'm not alone in this, Paparazza completely stole the show out of the 4. She is the most precious child, and now I want to adopt her.
Oh god, yeah, everyone wants to adopt and protect her forever.
Yes, she's so amazing. First of all, it's just like, the thing about Is That Her Thing? It's like a comedic running gag. It just got funnier every single time. That she just keeps getting left behind. Like,
I love how they ended the previous episode on it too, where it's like, I predict something incredible will happen to Lars.
Yes.
Just like seconds after.
I predict Lars will change in hue. How mysterious.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, it just keeps going. Quickly, block the entrance after it's already blocked.
Yeah.
And my favorite is when they're all literally a whole conversation ahead, and it's just like all of them saying the different things about all the information they learn, and then paparazzi's just like, Steven's back. It's just so innocent.
It's not even, I predict Steven will be back. It's just like, oh, Steven's back.
I didn't even think about this until I saw someone else did, which it seems to be a running thing, but I absolutely love her representation about children who aren't as, I guess the best way to put it, I can immediately put it, is aren't as quick to react as some others.
Yeah, like I said in the previous episode, she's definitely like a representation of people with mental disabilities, especially possibly learning disabilities.
Yeah, exactly. And this is exactly why the series is great. Like, the thing I say over and over about the series, and finalizes it as just an all-time great series for me, is the fact that it can do all these things, and it still always has fun with it. So they can still do a lot of comedy with her, without it being, like, offensive about it, I guess. It works perfectly.
Yeah. Thing is, none of the other off-colors or Steven or Lars ever really mock Paparasha Sapphire for coming late to the party, basically.
No.
You know, nobody is mean. You know, occasionally they'll go, it already happened, Paparasha. You know, but we haven't on screen seen any characters be mean to her about it. And I feel like if we do, we'll see it'll be someone like Aquamarine, who's blatantly being a villain, calling her useless and broken. And it'll be like, you know, blatantly villainous.
Yeah.
To treat people like that. I don't know. I mean, okay, I'm not speaking as someone with a learning disability myself, so I could be wildly out of the park on whether or not any of her representation is offensive. I haven't seen anybody complaining about it. They do seem to have hit a perfect balance of, like, using her delayed perception as a joke without making her the butt of the joke, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, they seem to have nailed that. But I could be wildly wrong about this.
I don't begin to guess, but my statement is that it's Steven Universe.
Yeah, basically.
That's increasingly the answer, usually.
Yeah. The answer. God
damn it. Hey, she is kind of sort of a sapphire in a way.
Yeah. Half a sapphire there. Small moment that I really liked is when they are pushing... Okay, two small moments in a concession. One is Fluorite very slowly saying, quickly block the entrance. Just saying the word quickly really, really slowly is inherently funny to me. But also then immediately after that, when they're pushing the door with the bolt over the entrance, and the Ruder lights, you know, they're doing it really slowly until Steven steps in, and the Ruder light's like, wow, he's strong. And I'm like, is Steven actually ridiculously strong? I thought he was ridiculously strong because he's a gem, but is he actually ridiculously strong even by gem standards?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Although it could also be that because they're not considered right gems, they're also not, like, great strength.
See, I could maybe get that from the Rudolites who've clearly physically not come out as they were intended to. But, Fluorite and Rhodonite are both fusions.
Yeah.
So, fusions of implicitly, again, finger quoting, hugely correct gems.
Yeah.
I'm unclear on like whether it's like 6 fluorites making up fluorite, or I think the way she's formed like a giant centipede is meant to imply there are different gems involved, but I don't know which ones. But at least the ruby half of rhodonite should be quite physically strong. Garnet, who, we've seen she's very, extremely strong.
Yes.
So I would expect rhodonite to be maybe not quite on her level, because she doesn't seem to be as experienced a fighter, but definitely quite strong. But no, Steven just, like, maybe it's a rose quartz thing.
Maybe.
Because rose quartzes are pretty big soldiers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a little bit that interests me. And yeah, then they're like trying to decide if they should leave that cavern and risk being found, or stay where they are and risk being found. And, they were worried about, like, what do we do? Where do we go? When should we go? And Lars is like, wait. Am I a zombie now?
Yes. I love Steven's reaction. No. I mean, no. his immediate reaction is just to say no, but then he's like, well, maybe, no.
And his face when he's listening for Lars' heartbeat, and it's it's really slow. It's like,
yes, it's pretty slow.
Boom, boom. Okay, but definitely a heartbeat. And it's like, he's not a zombie. And one of the rudolites is like, thank goodness. And the other one goes, what's a zombie? Because I don't imagine human pop culture is a thing on Homeworld. Although, hilariously, gems do in fact have zombies. The broken, corrupted nightmare gems.
Exactly.
I say hilariously like that isn't any way funny. I was having to talk about why Lars is pink now, and like, I didn't know humans change color, and it's like, we don't. But Fluorite, who is, again, the best alien centipede grandma, is just like, I'm sure whatever color Lars chooses will be lovely.
Yes.
I've seen some people are a bit concerned there's, like, maybe a problem with changing Lars' skin tone right after he's been confirmed to not be white. I'm just saying that concern is out there. I have no comment on it one way or another. I'm just like, he's pink now and has an eye scar and magic hair. Holy shit. It's also lovely to hear Lars say to Steven, I trust you.
Yeah.
And Steven's like, I have an idea, but it might be weird. And Lars is just like, I trust you. That is, like, pure and wonderful and good.
So, I just noticed my note right at the end of this, which was, I could not have predicted this.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think anyone could have. Like, I would have seen, there's no way there was a theory on this.
I did see somebody once do a comic like 2 years ago, theorizing that the reason Lion was pink was like, because he'd been brought back from the dead by Rose's healing tears.
Huh.
So somebody actually called this. But
Good for them.
Not that Lars would become a lion.
Yeah.
I love how, like, the weird, airless pinkscape, I have no idea why that exists. But, like, Lion has a tree, and now Lars has a tree, too.
Yeah, and someone pointed it out that both trees are actually relevant to like, who they are.
Yeah, like, I mean, Lion's is a quite iconic native Central African type of tree. And Lars is apparently, it's a quite common type of tree from the Philippines.
Yes.
Filipino Lars quadruple confirmed.
Yeah. What else?
When Steven gets back home and he's like, water! And he just has to drink a glass of water. It's like the greatest thing he's ever drank. He's like, I know that feel.
Yeah. My favorite part is just the look he gives after he does that, and then he takes another glass.
No, I know that feel.
And then immediately after he makes a sandwich, he's just crying, life is beautiful!
And I was in the middle of writing, Steven, stop eating sandwiches and go help. Oh, he's making sandwiches for Lars too. Of course he is, that cinnamon roll.
Yes.
And then Lars is just like, did you magically teleport to Earth or something? It's like, Steven's like, no, it's way simpler than that.
Yes.
And it is not simpler than that.
No. I love that. Just like explaining this overly complicated thing. As if it's so simple.
Yeah. And then Lars is just like, I'm not hungry now. It's like, you haven't eaten in days. I know. I'm magic now. Well, he's like, I don't think Lion needs to eat except for lizards. Are you hungry for lizards? And meanwhile, the off-colors are bemused by the concepts of sandwiches and juice boxes. And I did really want them to take the off-colors back to Earth to live freely and just happily. And, you know, at one point where they're describing Earth, and Lois is like, there's no evil robots flying around, just seagulls flying in front of the sunset, and it's beautiful.
No, you didn't get just the way he said that. And it's beautiful. He's just so... He's just like slightly embarrassed to say it, so he said it quickly.
Yeah, it's just like the angry way he talks about how beautiful Earth is.
Yes.
And all of them, like, again, Rhodonite is terrified of everything, but she still doesn't want to leave Lars behind. Fluorite is just very chill, like, off colors stick together. We won't leave Lars here. I was glad, because I was worrying for a while. It's like, okay, but if they're going back through, you know, the hair space, Lars can't go. So I'm glad he's got his off-color pals to, you know, be safe. And, oh god, cried again when Lars is like, you brought me back to life. Just let me be somebody who deserved it. Jesus Christ, I have so many feelings about Lars now.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's a harsh line, in a way.
And then, oh god, they hug, and it is like one of the best hugs ever animated, and it's so sweet. And then Lars, the way Lars kneels down for Steven to go back to Earth is straight up this knight, and he's looking like a knight, you know. Everybody saw that symbolism, right? Everybody saw it.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. Does that make Lars the next Connie?
I mean, no, I still love Connie more than Lars, but I have a lot of love for Lars now, and I demand at some stage to see Lars riding into battle on Lion's back.
Yeah, well, my point is, because that one point in Sworn to the Sword, like, the point was, like, Connie was supposed to be Steven's knight.
Yep, and she is, and she's the best, and she's great with her gigantic sword.
And now Steven has another knight. Maybe that's where the series is going to eventually go. All his friends are just going to become his knights.
He's going to befriend every gem ever made, and they will all be his knights.
Every human, even. And he will, like, just go all the way with it.
Yeah. At the end, Steven will have accidentally conquered the universe by befriending every living thing.
Yes!
And having them pledge their loyalty.
Yes.
And it will be the Steven universe.
That's why it's called that. The end.
Oh... Thank you for watching Season 17 of Steven Universe.
That'd be awesome.
So then he goes home again just before Greg and the other gems come back, and Pearl's part of the like, who knows what they're doing to Steven? Hi, Steven. What are we going to...
No, the funny part is that Steven actually does, like, the hand just like, hi.
He waves a little.
Yeah. Like nothing happened.
But their faces and the way they're all openly, and Steven's crying, and I'm crying.
And then the episode just ends right there.
This special emotionally destroyed me.
Hooray! Hashtag Steven Universe.
Yeah, basically just another day watching Steven Universe. Oh, Christ, this is a good show.
As it all happened in an episode called Lars's Head.
Yeah. Why is there no breathable air in that hammer space? Why is there breathable air on Homeworld?
Why not?
Why do they all speak English?
Why did Steven apologize for bringing Lars back to life? I really didn't ask you permission, so I'm sorry.
Oh god, I know, that pure child.
Yes, too pure. Actually, too pure.
Literally too pure for this world. He has to go get stuck on another one.
Yes. So pure that it wraps around to apologizing for saving someone's life.
Oh god, that child.
Back to life, so I was away from life?
Yeah, I love how they go out of their way to just, like, avoid saying dead, but make it very bloody clear that Lars was dead.
Yes.
Like, they're not trying to hide the fact that Lars was dead, they're just not saying the word dead. You know, they haven't referred to himself as a zombie. He says, "You brought me back to life." They're not hiding it.
No.
I really do fully expect a good part of this season to involve going back to Homeworld to find Lars and the off-colors.
Yeah, it'll happen at some point.
But see, I'm split between thinking they're going to do it relatively early on and then a lot of the season's going to take place on Homeworld, or they're going to spend the entire bloody season just trying to find a way back to Homeworld.
I'm still totally half expecting in like 2 or 3 episodes to be like some stupid Onion lost his favorite rubber ducky. God damn it. We have other things to worry about.
Well, no, they'll do that silly episode, and then the whole thing will turn out to be a metaphor for Steven's guilt at losing Lars.
Yes. I did see someone put up this amazing fake episode list for the rest of Season 5, and it was just filled with, like, trolling, serious-sounding titles that turned out to be nothing town episodes. And then the last one is like a more innocent title, and then the episode description he put is Yellow Diamond kills everyone. That made me laugh. And that's kind of accurate, isn't it?
Yeah. No, Yellow Diamond won't kill everybody. Steven will befriend Yellow Diamond, and they will be besties. And it'll be like that scene in Undertale where you go to make friends with Undyne and she's like, "We're not just gonna be friends, we're gonna be besties!" And at one point she throws a spear at you when you get up to get a drink and she's like, "No, don't get up, you're the guest!" You know.
Yeah.
That will be Steven befriending Yellow Diamond.
Yeah.
Oh god, imagine if Frisk and Steven ever met. Like, befriend everything.
Yes. World of friendship.
I'm talking pacifist run Frisk, not, genocide. But
either would be interesting.
Best friends. Someone has to have drawn that crossover art. Someone has to.
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh my god. Like, hey manga, do you think there might be some crossover appeal between Undertale and Steven Universe? I wonder.
I don't know why I've never thought to Google it before, but I know I will get so many results.
Really?
I'm just hoping there won't be porn on the first page. I don't need to see that. Yep, there we go.
I've seen more Undertale Steven Universe crossover stuff than nearly any crossover stuff for anything ever.
I've literally never seen any, and I don't know how now. Well, I have now. Oh, yep, there's like 6 pieces with Chara and Frisk as Ruby and Sapphire. There's one theorizing that Frisk is that one kid from Onion Gang who doesn't speak and has the pot on their head and had the same haircut.
Yeah, possibly.
So much great crossover art.
Yeah.
Toriel and Rose Quartz outfit swap. Oh, yep, and there's the heartbreaking one I fully expected from the true ending. Like, you mind in the true ending when you go back to Alpheus's lab and there's the amalgamates? Yeah. Well, remember the fucked up multi-gem broken fusions that Garnet and Steven found underground? Yeah.
Yeah. Still the weirdest part of that game for me is when you go the true ending and they just awkwardly have them with their family. Just, I don't think this is as happy as you're implying.
I think they're just making the best. Oh god. We are the Crystal Thames. There's a lot of Rose Quartz and Toriel outfit swaps.
Honestly, there's so much I'm expecting. I'm honestly expecting like a crossover between that one guy with the suitcase in Steven Universe and that one bear that says that's politics. Because why not? Why not at this point?
Actually,
Do everything.
I have in fact seen a bit of crossover art before, but it was mainly people running with the concept of fusions and like what Undertale character fusions would look like. The only one I remember in particular is Comic Papyrus.
Oh dear.
But yeah, best crossover, purest crossover.
In 2017, we're still talking about Undertale. It will never end.
No, it will still affect everybody forever, I think.
Yeah, we're all doomed.
In the best possible way.
We need to play more story-driven games. God damn it. There's gotta be more. There's gotta be more to this world.
One of these days, if you've never played it, either you have to play, or like, we do the reverse of our usual game thing, and I play, and then you help me comment over Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like 6 hours of the best built story world with no dialogue whatsoever.
I've heard things about that game.
Oh god, it's a good game. It killed me inside. But it's...
Put that in the box art. It killed me on the inside, 10 out of 10. Who wouldn't buy that?
I'm not saying this in an internet lol, oh my god, I'm crying way, completely straight-faced. I openly sobbed through the last part of that game. And then, like, there was the one point anyone who plays it knows what I'm talking about with the action button, where I had to set down the controller because I was crying so hard I couldn't see. It's a really good game and everyone should play it.
That should also be in the box art.
Comes with its own packet of tissues.
Yes.
Yeah, we've wandered off into completely unassociated video games.
Yes.
Point being, this special was fucking incredible and it blew my mind and I can't wait to see the rest of this season.
Guys, I'm having a prediction. Lars' head will be a good episode.
What a mystery.
Unexpected.